Today I biked for I think about 5 miles, and the sad thing that happened before this is I woke up around 10 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. because I slept late and when I was supposed to get ready, so I was in a little bit of a dilemma. If I chose to cook shrimp and fish right now at 10 a.m. before I shower, then that means I still have to marinate it and wait for it, but also cook my spaghetti noodles and also boil it at that same time. I still have to clean it up and do all the dishes that come after it. If I do it before showering, that means I don't have to reapply any lotion. So that's what the main convenience here is. But if I decide to cook all of this after I shower, then I'm going to handle having to reapply lotion because even then I have to wash the dishes that's required for doing this. And even though it was not the best decision, I decided to do it before, and it took about an hour. But I don't think I'd try to cook in this manner again because, as I said, this takes way too long. But after showering, I did do where I apply sunscreen to exposed skin while applying the lotion to skin that's covered in my clothes, so I don't have to face acne problems with having to apply both types of creams at the same place. I biked and realized I only brought one bottle of water. The reason I didn't bring more is that it would weigh down my bike because I do have a little bag that I carry with me. But even though that was not a good idea, I was able to traverse along a walking trail, and I realized it really does bypass a lot of traffic lights and city stuff. But along the way, I did think of old memories and looked at a lot of neighborhoods I may never visit ever. It brings back a time where not everybody will live in these houses forever, and all. And even though I want to get to meet everybody, I can't do it all the time. In a fast-moving world, there's still people who are waiting beyond the gates of school and in the gates of school. But I don't know where to find them. Sadly, I didn't listen to music because number one, it was too windy, and the Bluetooth signal is already terrible with these types of headphones. The walk trail was surprisingly simple, but it was pretty hot from the sun. But I did bike about 4 miles, but I think the worst part was having to navigate around the streets because the trail was not straight. But right around mile 4, past the local stop sign, I decided not to go around further because I would not have enough water on me. I decided to go back, and I regret not going to a local store that just required me to make a quick turn. But I go far away, all the way to a store called Farmers Market, which is a cultural store. And the first struggle that I had was even trying to find a bike rack. The place did not have any racks nearby, so sadly I had to lock it near the cart rack, but did not block any carts. But as I entered, there was music genre culturally that made me feel like a Wild West character in a Bollywood movie. But the music is good. I definitely like it. But sadly, there was no fresh, cold, bottled water nearby. It was only in the large packs that you bring in grocery stores. But I can't bring that while biking because obviously I can't. And I was made to exit the store. Eventually, I had to go to another local store nearby and to finally get a drink of water. I saw some old friends, but I also decided to buy some spaghetti sauce while I'm also there that I bought because my mom stole my spaghetti sauce for her business. But and I had to make a crucial decision here. I could buy the water and maybe a bit of soda here, or just go to another local store that's even closer to my home where it's very cheap to even buy water. But if I'm right here at the store, I get to drink and I can go home straight. But if I buy water at the local store that's close to my home, I could just go home after I reach that store and just drink water for free. So that's a dilemma here that defeats itself. So I decided to buy water there. I was in, then I blew $7 out of the last $10 which I have, which is probably the saddest thing of this trip. Funny thing is, along a different sub path of the trail I passed was a local bridge and underpass, and it felt fun accelerating and passing under it because it felt like my bike was an actual e-bike, and I repeated that same process more than like 2 times. So I went back under the underpass and did it again. The dog did almost chase me. I think it was one of the chihuahuas. But after that, I went back all the way home, but thankfully I faced no more troubles because I did almost crash into a few people, but thankfully my bike brakes were there. But I passed the traffic lights, having to wait until reaching home, and while the sun was still pretty hot. I should bike in the morning, but I would have to fight against it to keep sleeping, which I probably will.